Manufacturer now at 1-800-GET-WINDOWS.
In today's Talk of the Town, we're headed to the bus stop. Bus Stop is the current production by the Orangeburg part-time players. Benji French and Carly Harward join me now to talk about the show. Thank you all for being here this afternoon.
Thank you for having us.
All right, the show opens in just a few days. Tell me a little bit, what is the storyline to the bus stop?
Well, the show takes place in a diner in a small town in Kansas City during the 1950s, and a bus from Kansas City gets stuck in a snowstorm, and they're forced to stay at this diner all night. And during the show, romances bloom, secrets are discovered, and a bunch of relationships are formed.
So Benji, I would imagine if you've got a busload of people, you've got a bunch of different backgrounds. Are we seeing this play out?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you have a dancer from a small town, you have two cowboys, you have eventually, once you get into the bus stop, you have a sheriff, you have the owner of the bus stop slash diner, yeah. And so, yeah, you see a wide variety of characters come to play here.
So the romances that we're seeing unfold, is this because of the environment, the circumstances they find themselves in? Is that what's developing?
At first, it's not really a romance. One of the cowboys actually end up kidnapping one of the girls and putting her on the bus, and eventually they do have a romance towards the end. But yeah, there's a lot involved to get there. So
what character do you play in Bus Stop?
I play Elma Duckworth. She's the waitress at the diner. She's a very naive high school student.
Very naive. So this is probably going to be a night of education for her, I would imagine.
Yes, very much. She ends up developing a crush on one of the passengers who is a professor, and at the end of the show they discover a dark secret about him.
So she gets a little surprised, I would imagine.
Oh, yes.
Well, is this a family play? Is this more of a play for adults? What would you suggest folks trying to decide if they should come out and check this out?
Yeah, I mean, I think you probably could. I guess 13 and up would probably be best to say. But it's more drama, but it does have a little bit of comedy, and it's a good mixture. So.
All right, and this is the 30th year for the Orangeburg part-time players, right?
It's the 31st.
31st year, so a long history. And how long have you been participating?
Since I was 3, so like 13 years.
So your whole life almost.
Pretty much.
And what about you?
I'm going on 4 years now.
4 years. Well, thank you all so much for being here.
Thank you.
Hope the show gets off to a good start. We're going to put up some more information in case any of our viewers want to check it out. If you would like to see Bus Stop, presented by the Orangeburg part-time players, it runs March 11th through the 13th and the 18th through the 20th. It's at the Bluebird Theater. If you want ticket information, prices, that kind of thing, call 803-536-9821. We'll be right back, but first, here's a look at your News 10 stock report.